The Russian economy is one of the largest and most complex in the world, with a rich history of growth and development. Despite facing numerous challenges in recent years, the Russian economy has shown remarkable resilience and continues to be a significant player on the global stage. In this article, we will take an in-depth look at the current state of the Russian economy, including its key sectors, challenges, and opportunities for investment. The Russian economy is driven by a number of key sectors, including energy, agriculture, and manufacturing. The energy sector is the largest contributor to the Russian economy, accounting for more than 70% of its exports. The agriculture sector is also growing, driven by demand for food both domestically and internationally. Meanwhile, the manufacturing sector is diverse, including everything from heavy industry to high-tech manufacturing. Russia has a highly developed manufacturing sector, which includes industries such as automotive, aerospace, and heavy machinery. The country has a skilled workforce and a strong tradition of engineering, which has allowed it to become a major player in these industries. In recent years, the government has made significant investments in research and development, which has helped to improve the competitiveness of the manufacturing sector. The information technology sector is one of the fastest growing sectors in Russia and is playing an increasingly important role in driving economic growth. The country has a highly educated and skilled workforce and has made significant investments in research and development, which has helped it to become a leading player in this industry. In recent years, the government has launched several initiatives to encourage the growth of the IT sector, such as the Skolkovo Innovation Center, which provides funding and support to startups and technology companies. The agriculture sector is a key driver of growth in the Russian economy and is responsible for providing food and raw materials to the country's population and to the rest of the world. Russia has vast fertile lands and a long tradition of agriculture, which has allowed it to become one of the largest producers of grain, livestock, and other agricultural products. In recent years, the government has made significant investments in the agriculture sector, which has helped to improve the competitiveness of the industry and increase productivity. The infrastructure sector plays a critical role in driving the growth of the Russian economy and is responsible for developing and maintaining the country's transportation, communication, and energy systems. The government has made significant investments in the infrastructure sector, which has helped to improve the competitiveness of the economy and increase productivity. In recent years, the country has launched several major infrastructure projects, such as the construction of high-speed rail lines and the expansion of its airports, which have helped to improve connectivity and boost economic growth. Despite its strengths, the Russian economy faces several major challenges. One of the biggest challenges is the impact of sanctions imposed by the international community in response to Russia's actions in Ukraine. This has made it more difficult for Russian companies to access international markets and has hurt the overall growth of the economy. Another major challenge is the dependence on energy exports, which leaves the economy vulnerable to fluctuations in global energy prices. One of the biggest challenges facing the Russian economy is macroeconomic instability. The country has experienced significant inflation, currency devaluation, and economic sanctions in recent years, which have resulted in a volatile economic environment. This has made it difficult for businesses to make long-term investment decisions and has hindered the development of the country's financial markets. In order to overcome this challenge, the government has implemented a number of measures aimed at stabilizing the economy. For example, the Central Bank of Russia has been implementing monetary policy that aims to reduce inflation and maintain a stable exchange rate. Additionally, the government has been working to reduce its dependence on oil and gas exports, which have been the primary driver of the country's economic growth in recent years. Another key challenge facing the Russian economy is its heavy dependence on natural resources, particularly oil and gas. While this sector has provided the country with significant revenue in recent years, it has also made the economy vulnerable to fluctuations in the global energy market. To overcome this challenge, the government is working to diversify the economy and reduce its dependence on natural resources. For example, the government has been investing in the development of new industries such as technology and manufacturing that have the potential to provide new sources of growth. Additionally, the government is working to improve the country's infrastructure, which will make it easier for businesses to operate and attract new investment. The Russian economy has also been impacted by economic sanctions imposed by a number of countries in recent years. These sanctions have made it difficult for Russian businesses to access international markets and have hindered the country's ability to attract foreign investment. To overcome this challenge, the government is working to improve its international relations and reduce the risk of further sanctions. For example, the government is engaging in diplomatic efforts to resolve conflicts with other countries and is working to improve the country's reputation on the international stage. Additionally, the government is working to strengthen its economic ties with countries that are not subject to sanctions, such as China and India. Corruption and a lack of transparency are also significant challenges facing the Russian economy. This has made it difficult for businesses to operate in the country and has deterred foreign investment. To overcome this challenge, the government is working to improve the transparency of its business practices and to reduce corruption. For example, the government is implementing new anti-corruption measures, such as increased transparency in government procurement processes, and is working to improve the country's legal framework. Additionally, the government is working to increase public awareness of corruption and its negative impact on the economy. Russia has a highly educated and skilled workforce, with a long history of innovation and technological advancements. The government has made significant investments in the technology sector, including supporting the development of new technologies and products and encouraging the growth of the startup community. For investors, the technology and innovation sector in Russia offers a wealth of opportunities, including investment in existing companies, participation in joint ventures with Russian firms, and the establishment of new technology operations. The country's favorable business environment and highly skilled workforce make it an attractive destination for companies looking to expand their technology-focused operations. Russia is one of the world's largest producers of grain and livestock, with a thriving agriculture sector that provides a significant contribution to the country's economy. The government has made significant investments in the sector, including modernizing existing facilities and supporting the development of new technologies and products. For investors, the agriculture and food processing sector in Russia offers a wide range of opportunities, including investment in existing companies, participation in joint ventures with Russian firms, and the establishment of new operations. The country's abundant natural resources and favorable climate make it an ideal location for companies looking to capitalize on the growing demand for food and agricultural products. Russia has a highly developed manufacturing and industrial sector with a strong focus on heavy industry, including the production of steel, aluminum, and chemicals. The government has made significant investments in the sector, including modernizing existing facilities and encouraging the development of new technologies. For investors, the manufacturing and industrial sector in Russia offers a variety of opportunities, including investment in existing companies, participation in joint ventures with Russian firms, and the establishment of new manufacturing operations. The country's highly skilled workforce and favorable business environment make it an attractive destination for companies looking to expand their operations.